what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Get set. Go ahead.
Tua off the play fake. We'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback. And he's going to be hit and sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. Finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Ready. Ready, team. With it. Ready.
Sticking in the air. It's Tagovailoa. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Throwing. Here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
Ready, shot. Ready, team.
Putting a receiver in motion. Tagovailoa throwing on 4th. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting a drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds with a big gain on the final play of the first. They'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we return. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Rams in a real good spot to score. Working inside the red zone. And he's got it. Has a way out for it, but touchdown. The Rams can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Nevis with a point after. And the Rams tie this game 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Hill now to return it. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Back to throw. Tua has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
This finds its target. That's Hill. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
20 TX.
First down, here's Tua. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Ready.
Man in motion here. Here's Tagovailoa again. It's caught left side by Hill. A lot of space ahead. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. Give him 25 on that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he gets a one as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Get set. Out.
Tagovailoa now against the blitz. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Go ahead. Hey, 21 T. Ready, team. Get on.
Achane, a first down carry. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, let's go.
Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
Top on three, kick.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now Tua to throw. Finds his back. Achane. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Ready, set.
On play action, here's Tagovailoa. He will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take the lead just before halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive.
Blue 50.
First and 10. Here's Stafford. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Stafford to throw again on second. He's loaded another one up. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. Third down coming up.
Kate, as soon as this quarterback broke containment, I know your eyes and my eyes went the same place. Can you find a big play down the field? Unfortunately, there was not one to be had.
Throwing is Stafford on third. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around?
He's back to throw. That finds Adams downfield. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good, wide left. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Corum now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Here's Stafford. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Third and long for him here. Connecting on the slant.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now 4th down and 1.
Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Stafford's going to throw once more. And this time they can't connect, so that's incomplete. It's been favoring their back this drive. Let's see if it's going to continue now on 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
This one's caught. Smith has it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Stafford throwing again. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
To the end zone, but incomplete. That play is going to force 3rd and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Catch made. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Point after by Mevis is good. And the Rams tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Hill now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10.
Solo left Zion.
Achane to the right. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
22-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Get set. Hey, turbo one.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. Waller with the catch. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Go ahead. Out.
Tua out of the pistol. Here's a screen for Achane. And out he goes on the final play of the quarter. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches.
Ready. Out. Out. Out.
There's Achane up the middle. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that run puts them right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. And you could tell, just look at them down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work too.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Go ahead. Get out.
Here's 2 on the sneak. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
1st down, Tagovailoa to throw. Completed over the middle. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious gaps. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins going for the win here. Ball still sitting on that 14-yard line. Here comes 2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready. Out.
Tua now from the gun. And this is a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins have taken the lead late. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Sanders all set to send it away. Corum now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. That's him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
Gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Los Angeles.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
At the 36-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Set. 180.
Back to throw. Finds the in route complete. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
180.
He'll look to throw it. Fires right away, but incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
We're approaching 50 seconds to play. It's 2nd and 10.
250.
Here he is to throw. Nakua here. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 30. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
Rams, first down.
50, stay 50.
A gain of 19 yards.
Like 7.
First down, Rams.
It's Stafford once more. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
It's a gain of 20. And a Rams first down.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Throwing from the pistol, Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen guys, it's going to be contested. We know this, a physical game,
Yeah.
all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
This one's caught. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Hill now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10.
Whoa. Go ahead.
They send a receiver in motion right. They give here to the motion man. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game.
6-yard pickup.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
All right.
To throw, Tunga Vailoa. And he put everything he's got behind it. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing